everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Ulfa Khairia. I'm your teacher in this class. You can call me Miss Ulfa. In our daily lives, we often tell stories about our past experiences, sad, happy, and others. But did you know we can also share our experiences through text? Yes, you can. The text is called Recount text. Now, let's talk about Recount text. Recount text. Table of contents. First, we will talk about definition, purpose, characteristics, generic structure, language features, and types. First, definition. Recount text is a text which retells events or experiences in the past. Jadi, recount text adalah jenis teks yang dirancang untuk menceritakan kembali peristiwa atau pengalaman masa lalu secara terstruktur, biasanya untuk memberikan informasi, menghibur, atau merefleksikan sesuatu. Teks ini berfokus pada apa yang terjadi, kapan, di mana, dan kadang-kadang mengapa dengan menyajikan peristiwa secara kronologis. Selanjutnya adalah purpose atau tujuan. First is gives information to the reader. Jadi, recount text itu memberikan informasi kepada pembaca. Second is to entertain the reader. Juga menghibur para pembaca. 3. Reflect on something. Juga merefleksikan sesuatu. 4. Document an important experience. Jadi, juga berfungsi untuk mendokumentasikan pengalaman penting. Dan yang terakhir yaitu studying history, juga mempelajari sejarah. The next is characteristics. The first characteristics is, in recount text, there is no conflict told by the writer. Jadi, di dalam teks recount tidak ada konflik yang diceritakan. And the second is, there is always a chronological order of stories. For example, there is a story on the first day, the second day, and so on. Jadi, di dalam recount text itu selalu ada urutan cerita yang kronologis, seperti di hari pertama, di hari kedua, dan seterusnya. The next is generic structure. The first generic structure is orientation. In orientation, contains information about the character, location, time of the event, or others. Jadi, di bagian orientasi ini mengandung informasi tentang karakter, lokasi, waktu kejadian, dan lain-lainnya. Number 2 is series of events. Contains a series of stories about events or a current case experienced by the author. The essence of recount text. Di bagian ini berisi rangkaian cerita tentang peristiwa atau kejadian yang dialami oleh penulis, atau inti dari recount text. The last generic structure is reorientation. The writer summarizes and concludes the whole story and tells the ending, sad or happy. Jadi, penulis meringkas dan menyimpulkan keseluruhan cerita dan menceritakan akhir dari cerita, baik itu sedih ataupun bahagia. Ini adalah reorientasi. Selanjutnya yaitu language features. Inilah beberapa language features dari recount text. Yang pertama yaitu using simple past tense. Simple past tense is used to describe actions or events that happen in the past. Jadi, past tense adalah mendeskripsikan sesuatu yang terjadi yang telah berlalu. Number 2 is using specific participant. A specific participant refers to someone or something clearly identified in the text. Number 3 is using personal participant. A personal participant involves the writer or people directly involved in the event. Number 4 is using action verb. Action verbs show activities or events. Number 5 is using linking verb. Linking verbs connect the subject to additional information about the subject. Number 6 is using chronological connection or sequence connective. Chronological connections or sequence connectives organize events in order. 7 is using conjunction. Conjunctions are used to connect words, phrases, or clauses. Number 8 is using adverb. Adverbs describe how, when, or where an action takes place. Number 9 is using adverb phrase. An adverb phrase is a group of words that function as an adverb to describe how, when, or where. And the last is using time connectives. Time connectives show the timing of events and help maintain chronological order. Types of recount text. Ada 4 types dari recount text. The first is personal recount, imaginative recount, 3 factual recount, and then the last is historical recount. Now, let's see the example of the recount text. The title is Travel on the Train for the First Time. As you can see, the first paragraph is orientation, and the second and the third paragraph is events, and the last paragraph is reorientation. Now I will let you know about the language features of recount text. The first is using simple past tense. For the example, like I was 15 years old, I went to Yogyakarta by train and I listened to the song. Number 2 is using specific participant. For the example, like security guard and migrant parents. Number 3 is using personal participant. All I word in all this paragraph is personal participant. Number 4 is using action verb. For the example, like when, listen, entered, said, helped, and gave. Number 5 is using linking verb. For the example, like I was 15 years old and I was really excited. Number 6 is using chronological connection or sequence connective. For the example, like before I came to the train station, after that I entered the train, and finally I arrived in Yogyakarta. Number 7 is using conjunction. For the example, before, and after, and fortunately. Number 8 is using adverb. For the example, fortunately and finally. Number 9 is using adverb phrase. For the example, in the train, and for 5 hours. And the last is using time connectives. For example, last year, after that, and finally. So, that's all the language features of recount text for the example that I found.